All right, team, how we doing? This is Coach Dana Cavalea coming at you with the Becoming a Champion show, where we are all about inspiration, motivation, and encouragement to move you along your high performance journey. And thanks for joining me today. I'm going to talk to you today about something that means a whole lot to me, and it's planning. What, Coach? Planning? That's all you have for me? Planning? Yeah, that's what I have for you today, because planning will change everything for you. I'm telling you this, your worst days will be the days when you just roll into your day and you say, let's see what happens today. Now, if that's every once in a while, I get it. That's okay to give yourself a little bit of freedom. But what I know from coaching high performers through the years is they hate days like that, because when they look at the day and they say, what did I accomplish today? What did I get done today? They say, I didn't really get a whole lot done today. And there's nothing that pisses off a high performer more than not getting anything or enough done today. So we have got to plan. And I took a quote and put it in my first book, Habits of a Champion, where it says, failure to plan is planning to fail, or failing to plan is planning to fail. And that's from Benjamin Franklin. Pretty notable source that everybody knows, but it's true, because if you don't take the time to put a plan in place, there's no way you can get the desired outcome or outcomes that you want. And here's the thing, if you don't put a plan in place, it's always a guess as to, hey, how did I get here? How did I achieve this? So wouldn't you want to know when you get a favorable result, how you got it? What if you could just look back and say, hey, over the last 30, 60, 90, 120 days, this is exactly what I did, and this is the yield. And then you could say, well, to get this result, this is what I did. You know how you got there. And what if you could do that in many parts of your life? I wrote something this morning that said, do you suffer from FLT? And that's fat, lazy, and tired. What if you could put a plan in place that can help you avoid FLT, fat, lazy, tired, by simply, hey, I know when I'm getting my physical training in, it's scheduled. I know what I'm doing, because a part of my plan, I'm scheduling the plan, but I also know what I have to do today in regards to my physical training. So I have it planned in terms of time, and I have my what planned as well. And then what if I want to get my meals planned? When do I eat breakfast? When do I eat lunch? When do I eat dinner? And what do I eat for breakfast? What do I eat for lunch? What do I eat for dinner? You see how this plan is coming into place? And that's how you avoid FLT, fat, lazy, tired. I know when I eat and what I eat. I know when I train, and I know what I have to do. Let's relate it to your career. What if during your day, you know what it is you have to do and when it is you have to do it? That's the whole idea behind a great schedule and a great calendar and using it. It's unacceptable if you're not using a calendar today and letting that calendar do the work for you, letting that calendar drive your outcomes and results. It's unacceptable. When I coach people, the first thing we do is we say, what are you doing with your time? And we got to find out what you're doing with your time, because we cannot just let things be up for circumstance. Now, we have to allow, I believe this, that we leave 10 to 20% open for things to happen. Free time for thinking, free time for being. We have to create some space where we have space, where something can just happen, and we leave things open to circumstance. But for the most part, 75 to 80% of our day is planned. We know what we're doing, when we're doing it, what it entails, who it entails, what it involves, who it involves. And when we get that right, that is powerful. For years, I worked with professional athletes, right? Training the New York Yankees, training other high performers, Navy SEALs across many different industries. And it's amazing to think of what their lives would be like without a plan and a schedule. As a matter of fact, when these athletes and types retire, they go borderline crazy because the first time in their life, they're not on a plan, they're not on a schedule, and it freaks them out. They don't know what to do because they're left on their own. They're on an island and they say, wow, what do I do today? What do I have today? I don't know what to do. I don't know what I have. I don't know when I have it because I have no reason to be anywhere. And that's when they start to spin out of control. But the same is true for many today that are actually in the workforce. They don't know when they have this or what they have. They start making things up and they start doing a bunch of different things that have no yield to them because they say, I need structure, so I put this in my schedule. It doesn't even need to be there because it doesn't do anything for me, but I'll take the meeting. I'll take the call. I'll spend time on my emails. And doing all this just eats away at time, but it's low yield. But we put it there because we actually want structure. I was working with a CEO a couple of years ago, and he said to me, don't put me in a box. I don't like structure. I said, well, tell me what you do like. And he said, I like this, 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 and this. And what he was doing was telling me about the structure that he likes. He just didn't want to refer to it as structure because he felt like it put him in a box. This is not about putting you in a box. This is actually about helping you fly, helping you to achieve great outcomes and great results by owning your schedule, owning your time, owning the what, and owning the when in which you do things. And when we get that right for you, everything changes. So I'm a coach. I like to coach you on this podcast. I don't want to just talk to you. So today, I want you to look at your schedule, turn that sucker around, and I want you to look at everything you have. And I want you to put a plus or a minus sign. Plus is this is a high yield income producing activity. A negative is this is a low yield non-income producing activity. Anything with a negative, we want to try to get that off. And we want to ask ourselves, what can I be doing in this time slot? With who can I be doing it that will give me a higher yield and will give me a potential direct or indirect income producing activity, and put that there. I also want you to look at your schedule and say, hey, do I have my physical training planned today? Do I have my meals planned today? Not just what, but when. Do I have that planned? Do I know when I start work? And do I know when I end work today? All of this can be and should be very predictable. And if it's not, we got to dig deeper into that schedule. So take a look. Get deep on it. Remember, your schedule makes life easy for you. Your calendar should drive you. And when it's filled with all the right activities, you'll be amazed at what happens to your production level, how you can withstand fatigue, and how when you look back on the next 3 months, 6 months, and year, you're going to have one of your most productive years yet. This is a very, very, very important lesson, probably the most important one of the year. So don't miss it and share it. I'm always trying to build our team of champions together. So please share this with somebody that may be struggling to be productive, struggling with focus, struggling to optimize their schedule and their results. I'm telling you, it most likely comes down to their schedule, what they're doing, when they're doing it, and how or if they're planning. And remember, like the great Benjamin Franklin said, we're either planning to win or we're planning to fail. That's my coach's spin on it, okay? So make sure you put this into play. Remember, head on over to danacavalea.com, get on the daily blog, Monday through Friday. It'll hit you 30 to 60 second read just to tune you up and get you ready for the day. And all the resources are there that you need. And I will see you all next week. Share this. Let's get it out there. And if you can head over to iTunes and give it a positive 5-star review, maybe a comment, keep me excited, keep me feeling good about this show. And that would be greatly appreciated. And if you're on YouTube, give us a thumbs up, give us a subscribe. And I really am excited to be your coach. Thanks for the opportunity. Let's go out and win this week. Let's start by winning today. This is Coach Dana Cavalea, and I will see you later. See ya.